How you going, guys? Rightio, today we're going to make a Burley. We're going to make, I won't say my secret Burley mix because I've shared it with a few people over time, but it is a Burley my own recipe. And yeah, so a few of you out there have asked me about Burley. I've given you a bit of a rundown on the comments, but today I'm going to make it and show you how I do it. I've got bran, pollard, old bread, what I collect and I put it in my freezer, I save it up over time. Got garlic powder, Parmesan cheese, curry powder, aniseed, tuna oil. Right, let's put it all together. I've also got chook pellets here. You all have heard about chook pellets for Burley. They work okay. They'll get you out of poo. There's so many Burleys available out there, and the shops, tackle shops, do sell some good quality Burleys. They all work, but like, you know, us fishermen all like to have a play over time. We like to do a little bit of stuff for ourselves. So this is what I do. So I thought I'd show you. As we all know, Burley is very important. I won't go fishing without Burley. Right, firstly I got to make a lot of noise, and I got to put this bread through the blender, what I've pinched out of the kitchen. But the wife doesn't mind too much because it's just bread. It doesn't muck it up too much. Right, I'll load this up, drop it in the hole, put your bread in there. It's not going to work without this on. Safety. Well, we'll have a few fingers. Look, there's a bit of mould on that bread. Doesn't matter, a little bit of mould. It's probably like sending the fish to the doctors, a little bit of penicillin. Maybe. Hopefully you're not allergic to penicillin. I am. First bit done. I love making this Burley. It's good fun. It's good fun making your own stuff. Right. Got to remember how this keeps going together. That's the hardest part. Putting this together. Oh, that goes on there. It's all safety stuff. Nothing will work without any of this clipped on, which is a good thing. Right, so and there we go. Yeah, we all know how good Burley is. Different Burleys for different situations, like the old saying, horses for courses. Some horses run better in the mud, some run better on the dry. So different species of fish like different things. Like, so this is my, yeah, like I said before, Burley for the mullet, garfish, Tommy Ruffs and bream. And it'll attract other fish, but that is the main species. You want it as fine as possible. You don't want to feed the fish too much. That'll be that. Push him out of the way. Awesome. I didn't break the blender, so that's a good thing. I'm not going to get in trouble. Yeah, and another thing, when I say guys, I mean men and women, okay? I think guys is a known thing these days. Things change. Things are all different. Rightio, push him out of the way. Okay. There's me bread. Beautiful. Right, normally Normally I'd add the same amounts of bran and pollard. Yeah. So I will. I'll put a good one of these full of bran and pollard anyway. Right, I've got one of these. You don't have to be it doesn't have to be perfect. So I reckon one of them of bran. All this is optional anyway. The main thing is the bread. The bread with all these other oh, I left the bread roll. Hold on. You have to miss out. The main thing is all these ingredients. Like I said, I use the pollard. The pollard's good. That really bulks it up. And the bran, I guess it's all good, but if you haven't got this, it doesn't matter. One will do without the other. It's just, well, it's not just Burley. It'll still be good with all this stuff in it. Anyway, I've got it all, so I'll knock the sugar over. I'm going to put a scoop of that in. That much. And I'm going to put a scoop of me pollard in. Beautiful. Right. That's done. Give that a little bit of a mix up. Lovely. That'll be okay. Now, curry powder. There's a place in Adelaide, but you can buy all this stuff bulk, so it's a lot cheaper. Yep, definitely curry powder. Now, fish really do like curry, so I don't mind about the amount I put in. I do like my burley to start going yellow, so I don't know. Let's start with probably around a cup of that. In she goes. Mix that in a bit. There. A little bit more. Cup and a half. I like my curry. That's in there. Okay. I've got my scissors. I also got a pair of gloves because it's not like I'm fishing. I'm going to go inside and I'm going to eat my dinner after this, so I don't really want to be stinking of tuna oil and garlic and that, even though it is a nice smell. Got my gloves. Right. Scissors. So I've got my breadcrumbs, my bran pollard, curry powder so far. Let's whack in a bit of sugar. I don't know, I'll use a cup, so yeah, like there's no rules, but just a bit. Let's say quarter cup of sugar in there. Yummy. Now the Parmesan bag was actually, oh, better cut that off. Parmesan cheese. Cheese is a known good fishing bait. Parmesan cheese, as you all know, stinks, but tastes good. So yeah. Yeah, put the whole packet in there. I don't think they're very expensive. But it's all, you make your own burley, you know, you got to pay for all this stuff, so it's not free. But it's going to work out probably cheaper than what you buy in the shop, or around the same price. Yeah, I can smell that Parmesan cheese. Awesome. I know. So it's just great making your own stuff. Garlic, very important. Whoa, how much is in here? Yeah, that'd probably be enough. No, nah. Well, garlic is very good. Some of you will have noticed there's bait dips, you know, what you put on your lures and everything. It's like lures aren't good enough on their own these days. You got to put flavours on them because bait is good. But yeah, garlic is awesome. So yeah, now you can buy garlic dips for lures. Also over in England you can buy what's known as a boilie, and they are garlic flavoured, and I've been putting garlic in my burley a lot longer than these things were invented, and curry powder. So I don't think these are expensive, so I'm going to put both of them in there because I know it doesn't hurt. Why not? You wait till you make this because it smells absolutely delicious. I reckon if you used everything hygienic, fresh bread and everything, I reckon you could make this and then mix it up with a mincemeat and make some wicked hamburgers. Yeah. Alright. I'm not going to put that one in there. One will be enough for that. So I've got all that stuff in there. Now my aniseed. You buy this from most tackle shops. I reckon maybe a third of that aniseed should be okay in here. So you can make 3 lots of burley, this amount. Oh, aniseed smells beautiful. It does. Right, yeah, that'll do. It's pretty potent, the old aniseed. Beauty. Now I'll add on my tuna oil. You're aware you can buy tuna oil from any shops. Any fish oil product would probably be fine, but you know, we all like the tuna oil. You can buy other oil, you can buy pilchard oil and other oils out there, and it would probably all be good, but you could experiment with that yourself. I know I've used pilchard oil and that is very good. There is actually a pilchard burley out there which is very good. You could add this to this, pilchard burley into this, and it would be awesome for bream burley. So I reckon I'm going to work on about a cup. 1 cup. Okay, and we're going to mix all that up. Bit more of that. Probably a cup and a half. Tuna oil is just wicked. Makes all the difference. Yeah, I'm going to mix it very thoroughly. I'm going to rub it all together for a short while to make sure it's all just completely mixed properly. And there you have it. The finished product. That looks alright, doesn't it? It's got that nice bit of yellow tinge. It's got all that oil through it. And yeah, it smells really good. And yeah, it drives fish crazy. So there's one more thing to do now, and that's to spread it on my table, just to make sure all that bread's dried properly, because there's no point storing it if you've got any moisture in here, or it will go mouldy. So what I'll do is I'll spread it out on this table, make sure it dries properly. Ooh, a bit of it wasn't mixed properly. Doesn't that look a nice colour? Nice and yellow. Look at all that burley, hey? That'll do a few fishing trips. And then it's done, and you could buy yourself a garbage bin. Store it in your shed. You store it in your shed and you got all that burley. So you've seen, if you haven't, you know, if you've watched my bream video, you know, when you're on the bank you add your water to it. Be very careful, you make it too sloppy, you've ruined it. If you've got spare you can fix it, but if you haven't, you've ruined it. It's just going to be like soup. Yeah, it's called ground bait as well. Like I mentioned, ground bait means you can mix it really firm into a ball and throw it into the river or a lake wherever you are, because I reckon this would be good for fresh water, especially in the UK. So all you coarse fishermen, this would be good for carp, I reckon. I reckon drive them crazy. Yeah, ground bait it means it's got to go to the ground, the bottom of the pond. So you got to mix it firmly, not too much water. Same as your spring. When you're tommy fishing with it, don't want to squeeze it in your spring too tight, just loosely. So when you go like this with your fishing rod, the burley comes out and the fish go whoom, and they eat your bait while they're there at the same time. So you catch lots of fish. And I'll just move that out of the way. So you got that idea, you spread it out, let it dry overnight. And look, this is what I made a while ago, see? Always the same, exactly the same. Look. Same recipe, same outcome. But yeah, you can put, you've seen me on my bream ones, I chop up bits of pilchards, bits of prawns, bits of worm, and I add it in here for when you use it for ground bait. And one other thing what I forgot to mention is that you've seen me using this burley when I go whiting fishing. This isn't really a whiting burley. I like to use this burley when I'm whiting fishing because it attracts mullet and tommy ruffs, and it probably creates interest for other fish, but it's not really what they feed on. They like worms and bass yabbies and things like that. So for them, like I'm saying, horses for courses, you want to take cockle shells, mussel shells. I think you can buy mussel shells, mussel shells, anything like that. You throw them out into the area where you want to fish for the whiting, and the whiting come around and they'll like mill over that area, like nose down. It'll create a lot of interest for them. So that's a good way to fish for whiting. Plus on my bass yabby video what I just did, if you're over somewhere fishing, especially over Christmas time if you go away, and you might do some pumping, when the tide comes in over that area where you've done your pumping, that's where you want to be fishing, because that's where the fish are going to be sniffing around for stuff what you haven't picked up. It's just, all that sort of stuff. And also remember the old burley pot or the burley bag. Burley pots are great for hanging off a jetty, for bringing around the tommies. Just put a bit of bread in there and some pilchards, just a little bit of this in there as well, not too much or it'll swell up and it won't come out the holes. So you just want a little bit, half fill a burley pot or a burley bag on the beach, which you've seen me use as well. Okay, you can get as serious as you want to get when you're fishing. Fishing can be all levels. You can just so many different levels. You can make it as relaxing as you want or as serious as you want. Right guys, I've got my glasses on now so I can see. I hope that's helped the people out there who need a bit of help with the burley. It is done. Now you can just make that at home. And thank you for watching and all that stuff. And I've just gone over 500 subscribers. Far out. I didn't expect that. Like I said, I haven't done it all for that, but it's a buzz. It's like when people subscribe, it like pushes you to do more. So keep subscribing and I'll keep doing more. Okay? And thanks a lot, and have a Merry Christmas and a safe one. And don't catch too many fish now you have this deadly burley recipe. Save some for me for when I can go fishing. Okay. Thank you guys. Adios, dudes.